So today we've got 4 replays of the Tier 8 German light tank, the Trailblazer. These tanks, the set of 4 of them that originally came out, they're all exactly the same, just a different paint job. I prefer this one. It looks a bit more not realistic, but a bit more sensible, rather than the tiger print camouflage, so that's why I use the Trailblazer. So yeah, on prog, which is the ideal situation to be honest for this tank. It does suffer from like a lack of gun depression, so I'm not really going to be going on the ridge to try and get shots down. I'm purely just here make sure that none of their lights try and push over, just to punish anyone that does, and just try and go up and just spot anyone that I can. So we've got the Tiger Shark on the opposition team, so I know he's in a similar position to me. Got a couple of artillery on each team. So yeah, all the light tanks are around here, which is it's always good to see. It's always good to be in this type of battle. Get some assistance on that guy, spot someone at the back. Yeah, just this is what I tend to do with light tanks. I try and minimise the handbrake turns just in case artillery decides that they want to have a pop shot. But for this one, the handling is really good, so I feel confident in doing it. Try and get a shot into this one. I bounce something, or I'm not too sure if the Tiger Shark was firing HE and it just didn't pen. Didn't get any damage, but yeah, still not sure what that shot was after watching it back. I'm not reloading. I'm thinking that I'm only really going to have time to fire off one shot anyway. And yeah, I just pop the food to get the reloads going. Keep moving. I've got the cruise control on sort of permanently when I'm doing this, so I can purely just concentrate on aiming. Tracks get shot out, shut down one of the light tanks, so that's one of them gone. Again, something goes through, does sort of a couple of 100 damage, so I don't think that was a tank destroyer back there. Just coming up to this rock, can't spot anything. One of the TDs get lit, getting some assistance now. Someone takes a shot at me. But yeah, still got the cruise control. And the Tiger Shark's here. As you can see, the gun depression doesn't help. Yeah, R1, R2 that. Complete luck. So I'm now thinking that there's not really much in the sort of F5, 6 area. So I'm thinking over here is probably where they all are and making their push. I can see the 2 light tanks that come over here. So sometimes you can have a good educated guess as to where the enemy team are based on what the light tanks are doing. So the light tanks are coming over here, obviously feeling that they've got support at the back. The Tiger Shark makes a mistake. I free aim that one. R1, R2 that one. Don't roll high enough, although I'm not too sure I would have been able to destroy him. He's probably on the reload as well. I'm thinking, let's go for a ram. Just do track damage. Miss that shot and just shut him down with the second shot. Still got the one shot loaded. Just thinking if anyone just pops over, just got time for the one shot. So I usually would reload in that situation, but considering where I am, just something else to consider in an autoloader. If you feel you've only got time for one shot, don't reload. Whereas if you've got time and you know you're not going to be firing or need the 3 shots, then do reload. So at this point, I've all the enemy light tanks have been destroyed, so I'm feeling fairly confident to come up to this rock, spot the artillery, but again, gun depression is not helping. R1, R2 that one, and R1, R2 that one, just before it snaps off on the auto lock. So I'll take the artillery out, which is always good to do. Got the Paladin back there. He would have been really good coming to this ridge with that turret, but he's just camping at the back. So I'm just reversing up just to try and help with the gun depression, and so I can just drive forward. So yeah, we've got a couple of TDs back there. Just popped the food, just waiting on the reload. Now I decided that I'm going to face that way. Try and come over, spot what I can see. Got the Paladin. I ran out of standard ammo, so I'm firing the heat now. They're all going through nicely. It's always good when all three shots go through, especially on a tank like that. The Stark, yeah, I feel sorry for the pleb. He is part of the, I think he's the second platoon that, or the second clan that got created, so I do feel sorry for him. Yeah, just our team's pushed the hill, just spotting them up. I'm thinking now there's a TD and an artillery. I'd quite like the artillery. I'm not too sure I'm going to get a shot on them, but yeah, just charging in now. Got the cruise control on, so I'm not stopping. I do use the cruise control quite a lot. I find that when you're trying to get the one shot into him, which is great, so that just takes me over the 3,000 damage mark. But I usually use the cruise control quite a lot. It helps just keep the vehicle in control a bit more. You don't have to worry about pushing forward. I know it sounds a small thing, but when you're trying to steer and maybe use the handbrake and aim, just using the cruise control can take your mind off one thing. So that was yeah, a good game of 5,400 combined. Yeah, always good. So next couple of replays are maps that aren't necessarily suited to light tanks, but it's just showing that you can make it work. So on Mountain Pass, I'm going to go into the central zone type of area, try and help light people up when they're crossing so our guys can get shots on them. I'm just trying to get round and get delayed by my own teammates. It's a bit tricky sometimes getting through there without bumping people, but I'm lit up. They only do track damage, thankfully. I get very lucky there. Light someone up there, light a couple more. Got a couple of shots. It's up to 500 combined now already, and I didn't really do much. So yeah, there's this Dragon there. The Vanguard's pushing up, quite a good play for him to do. Struggling with the gun depression again. I know he's going to be a bit of a pain there. If he stays there, just R1, R2 in it, get one into him. Not too sure why I hesitated on that other one. I think he was going to reverse faster than he did. Just got the one shot left. I'm thinking I'm just going to find someone and just fire. That's what I had to do. So go this way, as though I'm going to go that way, up back round, and I realise no one's gone that way, so I'm going to stay here and light everything up. I'm not going for marks on this or anything like that. It's just I always just try and maximise the combined. So I feigned to go that way. I've just noticed there's a couple of tanks over that way. Do want to get spotting people. He just stays there, takes a puts a shot into me. There's a Bereska over there as well. Just trying to stay behind this bush. There aren't any artillery, so I feel quite confident to stay here. He edges out. They're just trying to edge out. I'm just going to keep my reticle aim there. Just waiting for someone to make a mistake, someone to over push. Yep. My ally was a bit quicker on the trigger. Not too sure why he wanted to bait a shot there. He pushed too far forward, and would have been better to sort of side scrape off there or something like that, rather than give the whole sort of front quarter of his tank. So we're getting pushed round sort of the H2 area. That's usually the most important area of the map. We've got a few heavies that have gone sort of the ice roads. I'm just coming up here, a couple of tanks on low health, take one shot, miss, finish him off. This one shot as well, just finish him off. This guy, I've got my reload going, there is no artillery. I'm confident that no one's going to put a shot into my back. So I'm just using this rock as cover. I feel like he's auto-locked on me. So yeah, I'm just going to do the same, go round here. I'm a one shot to him, so he just needs one shot. Just got the reload going. Just going forward to make sure, and then track him and finish him off. So now those TDs, sort of EF7, have now come around the corner. So I was keeping an eye on that on the mini-maps. Always, I do use the big mini-map pretty much all the time. Now, I'm not too sure what our light tank's doing. So now I'm thinking they've got sort of our D3 area. Our mediums have pushed over as well. I'm thinking I need to light the enemy team up, but from this direction now. So it's kind of flipped now. So yeah, which is interesting. Got a couple of players on the other side team that I think that's one of the mods on the Reddit page. So yeah, it's really interesting when I saw his name on there. Put one shot into him, he misses. Put a second, but he gets shut down. Clanmate misses, I miss. Try and use the handbrake, try and do a bit clever, but gets shut down. Just the one tank left, a heavy tank. This is the problem. If you're the last one left and you go on the cap, everyone knows exactly where you are and you're going to get a long trail of people coming after you. He's moved off, but it's too late. We know where he is. I'm trying to come in, get blocked. Just try and aim these shots in, ricochet off the lower plate. Just trying to do it really, just track him to get that assistance. Can't accelerate fast enough to get away from his gun. It's the only real downside with this tank's mobility, it's that initial acceleration away. Yeah, it's not the best, but it's a really good tank overall. So yeah, not the best map for a light tank, but as you can see, you can make it work in a light tank. Got second place. Yeah, 3300 combined. Only a second class on that one though. But yeah, that was a really good game. So talking of maps that don't suit light tanks, we've got Himmelsdorf. So on this one, I've spawned over to this side of where the train tracks are, so I've decided I'm going to maximise my position and just go this way. I usually, even in a light tank, try and either go for the hill or just go down the middle just to try and spot them up on one of those ramps. Spot the light tank coming, charging down, and put one shot into him. That makes him turn away. So feeling quite confident to go to the train tracks now. Feel like the light tank that was going to go that way. There's only I'm the only light tank on our team and he's the only light tank on their team. So I feel quite confident now to go over this side. I think that was just our friendly tank hitting the train. So the enemy light tank's gone. I think that one shot into him changed his mind. So then he decided just to go to our base and try and kill the artillery, I assume. Feign to retreat, make them think I'm going to do the same thing that their light tank did, but come back out. Want to help this heavy tank. He's not in the best position. He could really have used him on the banana road. As you can see, lots of enemy heavy tanks coming down that road, and that Chrysler K is perfect for side scraping. Pushing down, suspect there's an artillery. There he is. 2 shots. And the artillery's down. Again, just want to snap this one in. Do a little bit of damage. Up to 800 damage now. Still got all my hit points, which is a bonus. Just trying to see if there's anyone. Just trying to have a look between the building and the train, see if anyone's crossing. But there aren't. So just going to advance up. This dragon. Yeah, snap that in. I think they need to do something about the snapping, even if it's just you get a massive accuracy penalty. So yeah, I think if everyone's doing it, I suppose it evens itself out eventually. So the enemy team, they've stalled on that corner, sort of the F8 corner, so I'm just going to take some shots into their side from here. Just seeing where I can get a shot. There's a few windows over there. This tank goes straight past, so I'm not going to say no. Get the turret of the E75, get 2 shots into him. Up to 1600 damage, almost 500 assist. So yeah, coming up to sort of around 1900 combines. Just seeing if I can get any more shots over there. Doesn't look like it. But they're still not moving, so they're not going to move, and I've got shots, I'm going to take them. So just ricochet that last one. Down to 8-8 now. Bit of a strange position. They've got lots of heavy tanks, mediums. We've got a light tank and 3 artillery. So I would say it's probably, considering the map, it's their advantage at the moment. This guy's not paying attention to me, so take advantage. Snap it into the artillery on the hill. Just do module damage by the look of it. Get a shot on the E75. I do want his lower plate. I'm just trying to bait a shot here. See if I can just side scrape a little bit. No, he damages me. Still can't penetrate. And I done the classic thing of I only had 2 shells in the clip. So I'm on to the heat now. Pop the food for the reload. Feign as though I'm going to go that way. Think about actually going that way, but that E75 hasn't moved around. Hoping our light tank's taken his attention, which he has. Just put a shot into the side of his turret. The artillery's run away from our base, so they're behind me. I've got the dragon pretty much full health, and we've got the fatherland pushing our cap. So he takes a big hit from something. He's on a sliver of health. I'm thinking, let's just get rid of this guy. Come around. He's not looking. just make sure I don't hit the cars because that will absorb the heat shell. So yeah, that's the fatherland gone. So the dragon was on the hill, so I'm thinking, well, I don't think I've got time to loop around. We're capping now, so it's a race against time, so I'm just going to see if he's coming down this way, and he is. I was expecting him to sort of camp the hill. I put a couple of shots into him, and our teammate shuts him down. So yeah, Himmelsdorf, it's playing it in a light tank. It's doable. Type 4 heavy completely blocks the view of the podium, but yeah, first class on that one. Get the most assisted damage. 5100. Oh no, sorry, 2700 damage for me. So we're on to the last replay. This map is really good for light tanks. So we've had 2 where it's not so good for lights. We're going to finish with a good one for lights. So the crew on this, it's sort of like I use them for sort of mediums and lights. I tend this crew I'm training up, so I do tend to use them across the board on my premium tanks. For the German ones, apart from sort of heavy tanks or TDs, so lights and mediums. Just coming up to here thinking he's going to come through. Yeah, he's not moving, so I just move up, get spotted. So I'm just going to back down. There's 2 artillery. I don't want to be hit this early in the game. So yeah, the crew, it's got the 4 standard ones. It's got the sort of 6th Sense, Brothers in Arms, Steady Aim, Rapid Loading. I think on this one I've got the Vision perk. I think I may have Camouflage Expertise as well. So just trying to change the angle up completely, just coming down this valley. I'm not too sure why our artillery has pushed up so far. It's an interesting position. So just like these guys up, I get spotted. That Becky Lynch is lighting all our team up. So at this point I'm seeing what the enemy team are doing, their light tank, and I'm thinking I'm going to have to do the same as well. I just do want to lose that spot, because I do just want to appear somewhere else. I'm not losing the spot, so probably someone's got that marked target perk, which I do intend on getting on a lot of my light tank crews. Still lit, finally get unlit. Can't just get lit again. So at this point I'm thinking I'm not going to be able to do what I want to do stealthily. That light tank it's probably got a good crew in there and equipment. Speaking of equipment, on this one I've got vents, optics, and what's the third one? I don't think I've got the camo net. I don't think vert stabilizers are available for it. So it's either the vert stabilizers or the camo net. Take a hit there unnecessarily. Noticed our base. We've got 2 mediums coming in. They must have come in through the sort of the gorge area. Yeah, a couple of dragons by the look of it. One's quite low health, so that one is my target. Just to get the one gun out, so it's only one shooting back. I think they're in the platoon as well. So it's always when there's 2 platoon mates like this so close, if you take one of them out, you tend to get focused by the other one for revenge. Can't get the low health one. Ricochet the auto aim shot. He doesn't know I'm here. Get another shot in. I think he's on a reload. His platoon mate tries to help out. I use the hill here to go down. He misses. Tries to ram me. Just miss. Pop the foods. It's just come back. Get one shot into him. He's stopped for some reason. I'm not too sure if he doesn't realise I've got an auto loader. But as I was saying, his platoon mate has completely just focused me now. And he gets shut down. So that's just something to be aware of if you're in a light tank and you go in on someone, especially in the platoon, that you're likely going to have their platoon mate after for some revenge. Becky Lynch now is on a little bit of health. That's positive. I'm thinking that it's going to be shut down quite soon by our heavy, but it isn't. So yeah, I'm just thinking now what to do. I'm not too sure. We've got one heavy going down the one line through the town. We've got the medium. Just track the Becky Lynch and finish it off. That was really important. That was the one I wanted to get rid of. I think that one head, as I said, really good crew in there, kept spotting me up. So yeah, I'm just looking now at setter, a couple of artillery, and the heavy tank. I know where the heavy tank is. I'm just coming up here just to maximise the distance between me and it. Sure enough, there it is. He spots me somehow, I'm not too sure how, but he's looking around. Yeah, pop the food. I know there's artillery. They're going to be focused on whoever's spotted. Lose the spot. Just come up this hill. Just stop. So I've taken my time. Put one into a lower plate. Bounce the other. Should have really gone back a little bit further just to get out of this person's view range, but now I've realised that it's probably the light tank coming in that's going to keep me permanently lit, so I'm just going in on this one. Just arc round here, make him think I've at the bottom of that ramp, or that I've completely swung round towards the sort of the E6 area, but I'm going back to where I was. Give this medium a bit more vision range. That heavy tank, now I know where the light tank is by driving. Now I know around about where the light tank is. I am concerned that our medium's just going to get outspied. I do want to take this guy out. So he uses the wreck quite well, but I'm not too sure why he had angled the turret like that. Go on a reload. I feel that I'm not going to be firing for sort of a few seconds at least. So yeah, just put the reload in. The medium's charging forwards. Feel fairly confident to actually go over this bridge, but then I'm thinking with my luck, and the medium's been taken down, get pinged up there. That probably is where the artillery is, but the priority at the moment, we're losing 3-2. The tank destroyer is in an okay position, but it's this setter. This setter is, if he takes me out, they've probably won. If I take him out, we've probably won. So playing it very cautiously. I've got the hit points, but I'm concerned about him sort of leading me towards a shotgun in artillery. So don't really want to follow him into the town. Just see an artillery shell come over, so I'm confident that at least one of them is up by their base. Just trying to keep moving. I've got the one shot still in there. He ducks down below. I've still got the food, so I think just pop the reload. Keep moving. Keep making them second guess where I am. Just ping my my teammate that I'm reloading. It still hasn't moved. I can't remember what it was. The setter gets lit. I'm thinking at some point my luck's going to run out with the artillery. So I'm now thinking I can take a shot, quite a few shots from this guy. So I'm just going to go after him. As I said, if we just keep spotting each other, I don't think my ally is going to be much help. And that artillery, they just need a few shots and to get lucky. Put a lucky shot into him. That was just an R1, R2. Artillery's taking a pot shot at me there. He's moving off, just getting the reload in and put one shot in. Put two shots in, finish him off. I've got the heat. I haven't made the same mistake as last time. I've noticed that I've got just 2 regular rounds left. So I've loaded the heat. It's just 1 artillery left. Our ally is slowly following, but I think he's out the fight. At this point I'm thinking I won't go anywhere near the cap circle to alert him that I'm coming over. I feel like he's either going to do one of two things, either just try and when the cap warning goes off, that he'll just take a blind shot into the cap, or that he's fled towards sort of the A0 area. But he's there behind cover. He takes a shot. Just got the cruise control and make sure I don't slow down. Bit overconfident in the sense that I feel like he's reloading. He can't quite get the shot off in time. At this point, when I've realised that he's fired, I'm just going to follow him around. There's not a lot he can really do now. Just follow this. Just follow the artillery around. So that took me over 3,000 damage for that one. So that was a really good battle. It's really good when the enemy light tank got 3rd place, so it's always good when there's a battle like that. Yeah, just the 1st class on that one. It felt a really good game, really close battle, and yeah, that Becky Lynch really did play a good game. So yeah, it's always good when you have a battle like that. It sure beats a cap or a steamroll. So yeah, these tanks, the set of 4, they have been on sale since the Hot Wheels season. So if they are available and sort of half price or something like that, yeah, definitely just pick one up. You don't need, 2 or the 4. They are all exactly the same, all auto loaders. It's just whichever one you like the look of. I do think that the Tiger Shark has got the lower marks requirements last time I checked. So if you are going for an easier mark, it's probably worth picking up the Tiger Shark. If you want something that looks a bit more sensible, then the Trailblazer. The other 2 are a bit more rarer. They were part of the premium pass, so you hardly ever see the other 2. But yeah, it's a really good tank. One of my favourites, and yeah, definitely worth picking up if it's on sale.